Hey everybody, Andrew McLaren with Tucson Media Partners. Very excited to have Ryan Finley, our sports editor, here today with us. Ryan, there's a lot of excitement building around the U of A football season. Tell us a little bit about it.
You know, training camp just started. Wildcats are trying to improve off last year's record, but there are so many reasons to be excited. You start with the youth movement that's going on there under Coach Jedd Fisch. More than half their roster is brand new this year. They have one of the highest rated recruiting classes that they've ever had. And they have the highest rated recruit the program has had in the modern era. Tetaroya McMillan, he's a wide receiver, had initially committed to Oregon, decommitted when Oregon had a coaching change and decided to come to Arizona. And one of the reasons why he did was all of his friends, teammates, and competitors from Orange County in California were already here. So the quarterback on his high school team is playing here. The starting middle linebacker on his high school team is playing here. It's part of this really unique, really interesting freshman class that everybody's very excited about. And you know, you talk to Jedd Fisch, he is not your typical football coach. You know, when I covered football, and that was my job before I became our sports editor, you couldn't talk to a freshman ever. You couldn't talk to a young player, really. I mean, they had to prove themselves on the field really before they could be out in the public representing the program. Jedd Fisch is a different kind of guy. He is putting these guys front and center. He knows that they are going to be the future of this program, and there's no time like the present to get them out in the community and out talking to people. And you know, when camp opened up, it was really amazing from a newspaper standpoint to see all of these brand new players out there talking about taking on a leadership role. That just does not happen in most programs, and that's why people are excited.
Nice. So there's a lot of great chemistry going on, and I know you've mentioned that Jedd Fisch has kind of emphasized reaching out into the community a little bit more with some of the players. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, that's another one of those things. You know, Jedd Fisch is just a different kind of guy. You know, during the summer, he was taking some of his players to, I think it was Cholla High School, Pueblo High School, out into the community to talk to players, and these are guys who probably don't develop future Arizona Wildcats. These aren't programs that are necessarily powerhouses, but what they're doing is they're coming out and they're saying, hey, here's how you make your high school team better. You know, they're talking to these high school players and saying, hey, here's how you become better, and here's how you do the work, do things the right way. And, you know, really trying to teach them sort of the basics of how to get better at football. And, you know, it's just something you haven't really seen. And, you know, you talk about, this is really, in many ways, a golden era of Arizona athletics. And it may not look like it from the outside, but you look at the engagement that they've had with Jedd Fisch and his staff, the ex-Wildcats on his staff, right? I mean, you have Chuck Cecil and Ricky Hundley, you know, two Hall of Famers on your staff. You look at the way Fisch is out in the community, you look at the way they're really building from nothing. And, you know, this build is really fun to watch. You know, and then obviously this extends out into basketball, where, you know, Tommy Lloyd is much the same way, very much an eager member of the community, and you know, building something from scratch. It's very exciting from my seat as the sports editor. It's a really fun time to be covering Arizona athletics.
Nice. Awesome. So yeah, nobody covers sports quite like the Arizona Daily Star, especially when it comes to U of A athletics. You know, anything else that you're really excited about that's coming up?
You know, it's just so fun. You know, it's like New Year's Eve for us, right? Everything is just now getting started, and you know, football season bleeds into basketball season, which bleeds into softball season, which bleeds into baseball season, and next thing you know, it's next June, right? And so we're really excited to get started. You know, expectations for this football team are really all over the place. You know, they only won a game last year. But, you know, there is an expectation that they're going to be competitive in the Pac-12. They have a really fun home schedule. I mean, you look at who they're playing. You know, they play Mississippi State from the Southeastern Conference on September 10th. They play North Dakota State, defending Division II champion, a week later. They have home games against USC and Oregon. This is really going to be a fun season of Arizona football. You know, again, will they be Alabama this year? I'm not sure. But they have the pieces in place to really be a lot of fun to watch and a lot of fun to cover. And you know what? I'll take that every year. That's fantastic.
Nice. Awesome. I'm feeling the excitement. I'm excited. Thank you so much for joining us today. Thanks for joining us. This is Tucson Media Partners. I'm Andrew McLaren. Don't forget to like and subscribe to all of our social channels. We'll see you soon.